No, she won't. But what about the others? If you give one something, they all want it. And then when they're refused, it causes resentment.
Yes, but you've got to start somewhere. Besides, if she does get a visit, it'll make Vera's day.
Oh, yeah, she's in a filthy mood, isn't she? The trouble with that woman, she can't bear to see anybody having a good time.
And nothing much on the telly lately.
No, it's been a bit miserable, isn't it? Still doesn't make that much difference when you're in here all the time.
Anyone like another cup?
Oh, no, thank you, Vera.
No, thanks, Vera, I'm right.
It's funny Latham admitting who the father of the child was after all this time.
Yeah, she was hinting it was a prison officer when we first found out she was pregnant. That woman would say anything to make trouble.
I suppose she thinks it was so long ago it doesn't really matter.
Hello, staff room. Just a minute, please. It's Mick O'Brien in reception asking to visit Chrissy Latham.
He had a visit yesterday.
Well, actually, I arranged for another visit. Meg, if you'll tell Latham she's got another visitor, I'll supervise it.
Chrissy, a visitor for you.
Another one?
The same one. He's been allowed another visit in the interview room.
See, I told you they'd let him in.
Come along, I haven't got all day. You're not entitled to this, you know.
Hey, Mrs. Morris, is it true you're going to be a parole officer?
No, I've only applied for the job. Can't get rid of me that easily.
That's what some of the women are worried about. We might never get rid of you.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, you're a screw, aren't you? You're a good screw, but a screw all the same. And when the women get out of here, they want a screw looking after them.
If I get the job, I won't be a screw, as you call it. I'll be a parole officer.
Not to us, you won't. You're one of them, and that's never going to change.
Well, it's nice to know I've got your support, Bea.
I'm just telling you, that's all.
Then you don't think I should apply?
If you're asking my opinion, no, I don't.
Well, you'll be interested to know that Miss Bennett holds exactly the same opinion. Latham.
Thank you.
How come you're back in here?
Miss Bennett gave me special permission.
Well, get on with it, Latham. I'm sure you've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I went to see Elizabeth this afternoon. Gee, she's a beautiful little kid. Just like her mum. I wanted to take her for a walk, but they wouldn't let me.
Oh, no, they wouldn't, would they? Well, you might have been anyone wandering in. You could have pinched her.
Yeah. It'd be easier if my name was on a birth certificate. Do you reckon you could fix that up?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, without the screws finding out.
They already know you're the father.
How?
Well, I told them.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
I had to. Here, anyway. They got these new kind of visits in here. Conjugals. It means you can come in and bring Elizabeth with you.
You mean private visits?
Yeah. They got this shed out in the grounds and it's got all this grass around it so Elizabeth can play on it.
How long's this been going on?
Oh, they had the first visit today. One of the women had her bloke in and her 2 kids. They're not married, but he's the father of the 2 kids, you know, just like us.
Yeah, well, they're hardly going to let me bring Elizabeth in, are they? I mean, they wouldn't even let me take her out of the home.
Oh, I can arrange all that. It's just a matter of signing the right papers, that's all.
How long will that take?
Dunno. All them things take a long time, don't they? Still, be worth waiting for, won't it?
Yeah. It's a funny bloody prison. Private visits, screws letting me in twice a week. I wouldn't mind being in here myself.
Oh, I wouldn't mind that either.
Things haven't become that easy, Latham. Still, I suppose it's only a matter of time.
Well, it's not likely, is it?
Well, we wouldn't have so many escapes.
No. Be trying to break into the place, not out of it.
Enjoy the visit, Latham?
Oh, yeah. Thanks ever so much for letting him back in, Miss Bennett.
It's the least I could do. You won't be seeing him again for a while.
What do you mean?
We checked your story about him being Elizabeth's father.
Well, he is.
Oh, yes, we know that now. I just received a telephone call from the department. They confirmed that he was at Barnhurst while you were there.
Well, so what? He's done his time. He's free now.
He's an ex-criminal, Latham. You know the rules. No consorting. I'm sure when I tell Mrs. Davidson the news, you won't be getting a visit from him or your child for as long as you're at Wentworth.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again, but that was on the outside. and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare, waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.